Kaiju number 8 continues to gain more attention, with the anime reaching number 1 currently on Crunchyroll, and for good reason. This series has been my favorite so far for the current animes running, and I think everyone should end up reading the manga for this amazing story. Today we dive into who I believe is the most tragic character in Kaiju number 8, Kikoru Shinomiya. Shinomiya easily has one of the most tragic stories in Kaiju number 8, with her obsession of being perfect to losing both of her parents in the story of Kaiju number 8. When we first meet Shinomiya, she's pretty cocky, meeting Kafka, and is already the top candidate for the defense class. We find out later on that she is trying her best to be perfect so her dad can see she is doing well and acknowledge her. We see a flashback of Shinomiya's father telling her that for the future of the country, she has to be perfect, and because of this, Shinomiya can't deal with imperfection. She's always trying to do everything to prevent casualties on the battlefield and wants to be the one to take down the strongest kaijus. Shinomiya always longed for acknowledgement from her father. She was great at everything since she was a child, but her father did not care at all. He wanted her to continue working the next objective and to not let one success get to her head. She has this philosophy of being perfect stuck in her head a lot in the beginning of the series. She wanted to show her father she can be someone who can always keep fighting and will not allow anyone else to rival her. She ends up losing to Kaiju number 9 and she is upset with herself. She wasn't able to stay perfect, and this is something that haunted her. After this, she was saved by Kafka. We see a flashback of Shinomiya as a baby with her mom and dad, and Shinomiya had told her mom and dad that she wants to join the defense force. Her mom understands that it's a dangerous job though, and she has mixed feelings about it. She understands though that if that's the path she wants to go down, then she will harden her heart and give her the strength she needs to survive. Her mom then asks her father to spoil her lots. Shinomiya's father would then lose to Kaiju number 9, and Shinomiya goes on a rampage, not believing that at all. After the fight with Kaiju number 8, Shinomiya did not attend her father's funeral. She instead was in his chair crying alone. She blames herself for her father's death, saying she wasn't able to do anything and she didn't make it in time because she was too slow. She couldn't save him because she was weak, and even the 1st Division commander Jen felt the same way. She tells Jen that she wants to get stronger as she cries over her father's death. This is an emotional moment now for Shinomiya, losing her mother and father to Kaiju number 6 and Kaiju number 9. She knows that her father is probably still trapped inside of number 9, and she will mourn for her father after they defeat him. Jen then promises to make Shinomiya the strongest after him, and he will drill into her what her father drilled into him. Shinomiya eventually is able to use the same suit her mother wore, the weapons number 4 suit. Now after training so hard with Gen, she has to go one-on-one with an eminent class monster. She is now able to have a release force at 84%, which is extremely high for a normal person, let alone a rookie. Shinomiya would go to face Kaiju number 15 and immediately gets blown away. Shinomiya explains to Gen how sometimes when she is wearing the weapons number 4, she can see her mom, and Gen explains how it is a ghost. It's a rare phenomenon that occurs when wearing a numbers weapon that was used by another in the past. Shinomiya is able to see her mom's memories in the suits and how fast she moved. She had been chasing after her this whole time but wasn't able to catch up yet. Every attack was so fast and so precise and powerful. However, Shinomiya would keep pushing to reach her mom's power and follow her same footsteps. She's eventually able to surpass her mother in this instant moment and push beyond the memory of her mother. Shinomiya has now surpassed someone who is known as one of the greatest defense force members ever. We go back into a flashback where Shinomiya says ever since she was young, she has been chasing after her mom. She will surpass her, and not someday, but today. She will go beyond and be even stronger than her mother. Shinomiya has now reached a 93% release power, equaling her mom. With her newfound power, she cuts down the Kaiju number 15. Although after she cuts down the Kaiju, she gets hit with a mental attack, starting to enter her psychologically. Kaiju number 15 is now attacking her mental state, asking why does she want to protect her friends, and Shinomiya says that it's obvious. The Kaiju then tells Shinomiya to be honest with herself. Deep down, she knows why. The Kaiju asks, why do you want to be strong? Shinomiya says she wants to be strong, and we see her as a child this time in her mind. She gets shown flashbacks of her mother and father. She then states that she wants to be strong so that her parents could say that they are proud of her. Deep down, she wanted to hear them say she did a good job. She wasn't able to hear those words from her family though, however, which always haunted her. She could never get past those objections in her way, and that's where her true strength lied. Now she ran to her parents, they are both gone, and that's the scary part about being a child still. Losing both of your parents at a young age and having regrets about what to say to them and not being able to grow into the person you wanted them to see. These mental attacks would be insane for Shinomiya as she was shaken to the core, and the Kaiju says mommy and daddy aren't around to praise her anymore, as Shinomiya is crying. As she is put in this mental attack, we see Kafka sending Shinomiya a message saying, "I'm not coming, I believe in you." Those words alone gave Shinomiya the newfound inspiration she needed to move on. Shinomiya was so sad, she misses her mom and dad. She was able to join the defense force and even be ranked number 1. She wanted to take down a lot of kaiju and bring a smile to her father's face. She thought that was all she ever wanted, but she was wrong. She now has new friends who she wants to make proud. She has someone like Kafka in her corner. All of the friends and teammates she has met along the way, these are the people that she loves and respected as well. She wants to be a teammate that they can be proud of. Because of those mental attacks, Shinomiya was able to get stronger and defeats Kaiju number 15. Shinomiya has come a long way in the series of Kaiju number 8, and I can't wait to see what else she can do, as it looks like her father can still be saved from Kaiju number 9 more than likely. Having these tragedies in her life didn't stop her from moving on, and she found new friends who helped her along the way. I'm excited to see even more of her growth, as she is still a rookie, being able to defeat an eminent class kaiju on her own. I think her story reminds us to think about our loved ones with our parents and just how important friends can be in your life as well too. Shinomiya is able to move on because of the friends in her corner who helped her get to the level she's at now. She couldn't do it all alone, but because of the training and support from her friends, she was able to defeat Kaiju number 15 on her own. Shinomiya's character is shaped by her struggle to live up to her father's expectations while dealing with her personal grief and guilt. Her perfectionism and relentless training are ways to cope with the immense pressure she feels, both from her father's expectations and her own desire to be strong enough to prevent future tragedies. This internal conflict makes her more human and relatable as she battles not only external monsters but also her inner demons. Shinomiya's tragic story adds depth to her motivations and actions. It provides a powerful backstory that explains her fierce determination and the emotional barriers she has constructed around herself. As she gradually opens up and allows herself to rely on her friends, we see her becoming more than just a skilled fighter. She becomes a symbol of resilience and hope. In essence, Shinomiya is a great character because her tragic history gives her a profound depth, making her journey one of not just physical battles, but emotional growth and healing. Her story resonates with readers who understand the pain of loss and the struggle to overcome it, making her a truly relatable and inspiring figure in Kaiju number 8. Let me know how you guys feel about Shinomiya and if you think she is the most tragic character in Kaiju number 8. While I thank you guys for watching the video, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll be back in the next one. Peace.